The present perfect progressive. How long has Jake been swimming? It is 1:30 in the afternoon. Jake is swimming right now. She started swimming at 1 o'clock. How long has she been swimming? She has been swimming for 30 minutes. She must be tired. Let's look at how we form the present perfect progressive. Of course, we need a subject, and then we need has or have, been, and a verb in the ing form, or a present participle. For example, she has been swimming for 30 minutes. We can also say, she has been swimming since 1 o'clock. We use for with an amount of time, like 30 minutes, and since with a specific time in the past, like 1 o'clock, or maybe yesterday. We can also make shorter forms of this verb tense by making contractions like she's, he's, it's, I've, you've, they've, and we've, all followed by been and ing. For example, you've been watching this presentation for a few minutes. To make a negative statement, all we need to do is add not in between have and been. For example, she has not been swimming. What has she been doing? She's been sleeping. How lazy. We can also make negative contraction forms. She, he, it hasn't. I, you, we, they haven't, followed by been and ing. For example, for the last 5 minutes, I haven't been lying on the beach. I've been talking to you about grammar. All right, now let's talk about why we use the present perfect progressive. We use this tense to talk about an activity that began in the past and is in progress right now. We also use it to talk about how long an activity has been going on, or the duration of that activity. For example, when Shonda got to the party at 7, she started dancing. At 9 o'clock, she was still dancing. Now it's 12 o'clock and she is still dancing. Who knows when she'll stop? So we use the present perfect progressive to show how long she has been dancing. She started in the past and she's still doing it. She has been dancing for 5 hours. She must be exhausted. It is possible to use the present perfect progressive without since or for. Often, we can use it with the adverbs recently or lately to talk about a recent habit. Grr, look how strong I am. It looks like someone wants us to know he's been working out a lot lately. Be careful. You need to be aware of the differences between the present perfect progressive, and the present progressive. For example, we can say, Emily has been reading for 3 hours to show that she started reading 3 hours ago and she's still reading. We can also say, Emily is reading right now. However, we cannot use the present perfect progressive with right now. It is wrong to say, Emily has been reading right now. And we can't use the present progressive to show duration. So it's impossible to say Emily is reading for 3 hours. So with the present perfect progressive, we can show that something started in the past and is still going on now. We're showing the length of time or the duration of time of an activity. But with the present progressive, we can only express what is happening right now. When we use the present perfect progressive, it's important that we only use action verbs. For example, the horse has been running for 10 minutes. They have been dancing all night. I've been driving since the morning. Run, dance, and drive are all examples of action verbs that we can use with the present perfect progressive. However, we cannot use non-action verbs, also called verbs of state. For example, we cannot say, I have been knowing my best friend for 10 years. That sounds terrible. Instead, we would say, I have known my best friend for 10 years, using the present perfect, not the present perfect progressive. Here are a few more examples of non-action verbs that we shouldn't use with the present perfect progressive, except in special cases. Like, understand, seem, taste, have, appear, prefer, and there are many others. Okay, let's practice. Put the words in order to find out the answer. You will not use all of the words. Steve called Melissa at 5:20. Now it's 5:40 and they are still on the phone. How long have they been talking on the phone? Can you use the words on the right to make a sentence? Good. They have been talking for 20 minutes. Good job. Okay, time for some more practice. Create sentences to show how long an activity has been in progress. All right, let's start with number 1. The boys met to play soccer at 3. They're still playing soccer now at 5. They have been playing soccer since 3 o'clock. Number 2. My mom is cooking dinner. She started right when she got home from work an hour ago. She has been cooking for an hour. Number 3. It's the end of August now, and we've been traveling in Europe since the beginning of June. We have been traveling for 3 months. Number 4. It's 6 a.m. and Bob is still asleep. He has been sleeping for 10 hours. He has been sleeping since 8 o'clock p.m. Good job!